age, she got all the information from her mother about contraceptives, that even she felt comfortable to go to her mother for help, like, oh, I want to start preventing now. So when the mother was okay with that, I was like, wow, black. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Hi guys! Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see today, I'm joined by these beautiful ladies. So guys, today we're going to talk about something very interesting, puberty and all that. But before we get into this video, please make sure you subscribe and please do like and share this video. And guys, please introduce yourselves.
Alright, I can start.
Yeah,
hello.
you've been here before, she's not a newcomer.
Yeah, hello everyone, I am Nundumiso.
Okay, and you are?
Okay, I'm from these guys. First time.
Okay.
I'm Anna, aka Zuzu, first timer.
She has a YouTube channel also, guys. Please do check it out. Tell us your YouTube channel name so we can go subscribe.
Okay, my YouTube channel is Zuzu's Food Closet. It's about food.
Yay.
Please make sure you subscribe, guys, please, okay? And you are?
My name is Fufu, Dr. Red.
Yes, she loves red. And then you are?
Melanin Queen.
Yay! She's been here before, so you guys know her, right? So guys, I've actually invited these girls here so that we can talk about puberty and growing up and how this whole thing was handled and how we can improve and all of that, guys. So let's get into it. I have like a few questions here. Where are they now? Sorry guys. Okay, here they are. That I actually sent to them so that they can try and, like, you know, prepare and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please guys do comment below if you also kind of like share similar experiences or if you have anything to say about this video. And if you'd like a part 2 of these videos, please do also make sure you put a comment below. And I'm also going to do a guys video where the guys will also be sharing their own experience of how they grew up and how puberty affects them and everything like that. So yeah, let's get into this video. So guys, please feel free, okay? We're just discussing, you guys just feel free. So the first thing I asked the ladies was, like, when they reached puberty, like, was there someone, like maybe like an adult or your parents or an older sibling who actually like taught you guys like how to do everything, how, like, what will happen and all that? Did you guys actually get like a teaching?
No.
Not even from your parents?
No.
Yeah,
Me too, actually.
I did get a teaching from my mom, like how to prepare me for my periods.
The periods?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, the thing is, we grew up knowing that tampons are not used by children.
Really?
Only cats.
I didn't even know what a tampon was. I didn't even know.
My mom can do tempo.
Really?
Wow.
You guys, yo. And then none of you guys got a teaching?
No, me only. My aunt just told me how to put a pad on my panty, and that was it.
Really?
Like,
so they didn't explain that the blood will come and that all of that. You guys didn't actually get that teaching?
No.
Wow. Not even like.
Mine was very interesting there. When it came, right?
Yeah.
My mom didn't even like talk to me that much about it. Guess what?
Really?
She sent me to my sister.
Hey.
Now my sister's like 4 years older than me.
Ooh.
I'm sure she was bored.
She literally, she took a pad and she was like she rolled the thing off there.
Yeah.
And she was like, see, it sticks. It sticks. That.
Nothing about the pain or like really? Okay, honestly, me too. I never got a teaching from my mom or any one of my parents. Nothing. My helper actually, she called me and my sister because we are like sisters. She called us. She's like, girls, come here. I want to tell you guys about periods. I'm like, okay, what is that? She's like, yeah, when you guys grow like a little bit older, you guys will see blood coming out. Don't freak out. It's normal. But guys, we freaked out. I freaked out. Like I don't know, but did you guys actually freak out? Like how was your experience the first time you had your period?
I
didn't freak out.
It was interesting. Like it happened. Like I guess there was blood coming out, and then I told my aunt, I was like, "There's blood coming out."
Your
and
aunt,
then, and then she just took a pen and then she showed me how to put it on the pen, and then she was like, "Okay, so you are old now." I guess you were old.
There was no.
I guess for me, I wasn't really scared because I think at that time all my friends had already started the period. I think I was the only one.
Yeah, you started very late.
So from all this, we used to sit down and they'll be telling the stories of period pain.
Like how it goes, like, and you couldn't relate.
I was kind of eager to start my period.
Yeah.
You were eager to start.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a cousin like that. I also have a cousin like that, actually.
I felt left out.
Yeah. And people freak out because my cousin was also late. I was like, you probably won't have kids. She was so shocked. I didn't know. Who wouldn't freak out? I didn't know. Okay, I
people think that they won't have kids if they
She actually went to go to a gynecologist. Okay, what age did you guys actually start your periods? Or what grade?
Wow.
Which grade is that again?
Grade 7.
Oh, grade 7.
Grade
Really?
Grade 7.
I think because I also had it around the same time. Actually, I had it around the same time. I remember. But guys, I guys showed. I was freaked out because I had not done anything. But I was like, oh my god, what if I'm pregnant? What happened?
Did you have like a heavy flow on your first time?
I think I did. Like, all I remember, I didn't even tell my mom, guys. As much as my helper taught us, like, about, fine, go get your pads and everything, like, because it wasn't for my mom. And when I had my period, I didn't even go to my mom. Like, I felt like I had done something so terrible, and it's obvious now because I'm bleeding and I hadn't done anything. Guys, and a lot of my friends shared a similar story. Like, I couldn't even ask for pads. I wasn't even wearing pads the first time I had my period, guys. I was freaked out, but yeah. But I really hope that the other people out there, like the young people, are actually getting proper teaching as to when the time comes, like what to do. Don't freak out. Like, I was freaking out for absolutely no reason. So it's okay. Talk to any one of your older siblings or your moms. Like, it's chilled, okay? Don't be scared like us.
The thing is that sometimes it can be tricky when you are a firstborn.
Oh yeah.
I'm a firstborn and we are not really close to our cousins, like maybe some girls that are older than you talk about it and everything. I did not know anything. I think I started at grade 8 and it was, I told my mom, she just told me go take something like this, where she did not tell me how to put it and everything. But I don't know how I figured it out, but I did. So
that's the thing, they don't really explain, and I feel like it's also very important, especially nowadays, to explain what happens now that you are actually on your period. What happens if you decide to be intimate with someone? You might fall pregnant. All these things can happen, because just telling someone go put on a pad, like, it's not enough. Like, there's changes going on inside of them. Like, there's a lot of things, there's pains, the person is bleeding, they need to know what's going on. But just saying put on a, I feel like that may be something we can correct with our kids or our younger siblings, right?
What she's saying is true, because I'm also the only girl at home, and I feel that my mom and her generation didn't get this whole sex education or period education, so they don't know how to give it, especially with your only daughter. I don't think they really know what to say or what to do when it's the time.
That's true.
I have to give it to my teachers, though, primary school teachers. They really taught us a lot about like menstruation. Like menstruation, how you have to handle yourself once you reach puberty or adolescent. Like, honestly, career guidance teachers, they did a lot.
That's great, actually. That's
Shout
great.
out to the Swaziland curriculum.
Shut up! And these things, guys, they're so deep. Okay, now the next thing is, during puberty, did you find yourself being influenced by your peers to react to the changes that were taking place physically and psychologically due to puberty?
Yes, definitely.
How so?
For me, I never used to have period pains, and the way they would explain it, I don't know, it's sort of kind of, it made me feel like, it's weird that I don't have period pains. And then when I started having period pains, I was like, why did I want this thing? Why did I want this thing? But most definitely. They did a lot.
But with me, I never really experienced period pains, hey? But with other things, like maybe, with puberty. Don't experience. I think it's genetic, because even my mom doesn't have them. My sisters don't have them. Guys, sorry, guys.
Like people, because I mean, like, periods are not the only thing we face as girls. What about the other things?
Like growing up, even self-esteem and all of that,
having bigger boobs, or
I always changes that come with, because puberty is not just periods, guys. It's even like the hormones, the breasts are growing, everything is growing, your physical body is changing, your hips are growing, everything is happening, and you even grow puberty, you're like, what's going on? Like, all these things happen. Even like when it comes to feelings, now you start becoming more attracted to the opposite sex and all these things. So how did you guys like deal with that? Did your parents actually say?
That's during the middle time.
Like, what did it start for you?
For me, it was, I think
people have been around that.
when I got into grade 8, it was, I I did not know anything about boys.
Seriously?
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I can relate.
No, I had
That
to
is true,
I
actually.
just knew that I had to stay away from boys. They are
Wow.
Actually, that's true. I
You get a boy, you fall pregnant.
Bruh, I would get so mad if a guy tries to greet me, even if it's my classmate, like just ask me for a pencil. I'd be like, oh, I don't, I hated boys growing up. honestly.
Now this is how you know we actually come from different backgrounds.
Greeting, like fine.
For me, it's different. My face would change. Like I'd be like I was not
Really?
interested.
I played with boys, so it's really different for me.
Yeah.
But there was an interesting dynamic when the hormone thing started.
Yeah.
And then it's like now I want to date.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what about how you guys have influence too? Like,
Yeah.
when you were at adolescent stage, did you guys like have influence from your friends? Say, like having a crush on someone, that guy, dating and all that. Did you guys actually like were influenced by your friends? Were you guys influenced by your friends in any ways to
Not
act to that?
really, because of the kind of home. I was scared.
Okay.
They'll kill me at home if
Yeah.
I felt like they'd know if I liked the guy. So
Yeah, that's just figure it out, right?
yeah.
Okay, but then now let's talk about like as we keep growing up, and of course our bodies are changing and everything is happening. And did your parents ever say, listen, there are guys, things called guys out there, and these people will try and influence you into doing things like having sex with them? Have your parents like warned, did your parents actually warn you about sex and all these things and how to actually avoid it growing up, or maybe just educating you about sex?
No.
No?
Not until we started dating. My son started dating.
And so you actually got it after you
Because,
started dating, yeah?
Yeah, I had a phone and then the guy called me on the phone and they were like, what are you talking to? No one calls you. And it was a guy, and that's where they found out that I was dating. They did not like educate me about sex or
that's the
anything.
thing.
They just said you fall pregnant.
Yeah, there's a difference between warnings
Yeah.
and teaching us. And
That's
most of
not
us, we
really
get
educated.
warnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get warnings like, hey, what you are
Threaten
doing.
you.
I got a threat. Like they
Yeah.
said, that was all I got from my parents.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. And it's like, if you do this, then this is gonna happen,
Yeah.
and that's different. For me, my mom was just like, just whatever you do not fall
Don't fall
pregnant.
pregnant.
Like, don't fall pregnant. You know,
Yeah.
that was the
was
thing.
it.
We never got like a proper sit down. And like,
what is
okay,
sex?
men
Actually,
do this and that and that. To be honest, I think I had that conversation with guys again, my teachers.
Your teachers, shut up.
At school they would tell us, guys will do this and that, and most of the time they would make an example of where they say a guy will be after you, and then once you have sex with them, they just, they'll treat you like, hey, wake
Like
up,
you're nothing,
get
like
out
just
of
get out of here. Yeah,
most of the
okay.
time. I guess for me, I learned most of the things at school, honestly.
Wow, you're fortunate, because I didn't get the teaching also from my parents. Actually, I got a threat, like what Anna's saying. They were like, listen here, actually my dad was like, listen, if you guys fall pregnant, because he has girls, if you guys fall pregnant, you guys are gone, you'll stay with that baby daddy type of thing. And that was the only sex conversation that we ever had with our parents, like from my side. And it's kind of it'll scare you, like it'll make you think, oh, I'm not even gonna date, because that was actually in my head forever. Like I didn't even, but
in your head.
yeah, like that kind of thing. And I want to know, like, why do you guys think our parents don't actually talk to us about? Because it's happening. Young people are actually being intimate these days. There's a lot of teenage pregnancies happening. Why do you guys think our parents don't actually be like, guys, listen, this is sex, abstain, do 1, 2, 3. Why do you guys think that they don't actually talk to us?
That's because of their parents.
Yeah,
Their parents, they never got the teaching.
Yeah, and the society.
They don't want to get updated, man. They refuse.
They don't want to, keep up with the standards. Because I really feel like if we got the warning, I have no problem with our teachers in school teaching us all these things, but they also made their own mistakes.
Yeah.
And whenever they teach you something, they teach you according to how they did it as the teachers. But I mean, if I have a child, I'd want my child to learn from my mistakes and not a stranger's mistake.
Yeah.
So I really feel like as we grow up, guys, let's try and improve. Like it's happening out there. Like let's talk to our kids about it. Like just be open. But do you guys think that if your parents came now and be like, okay, listen,
Now.
so yeah, now at this age,
Impossible.
and be like, listen, there's a guy.
It's
this happens if you guys
impossible,
get into it. Why?
It's impossible because now, as for me, my mom talks to, okay, actually, that's funny. My mom actually talks to me about like marital things now. Like she will tell me, you know, my mom, meaning my grandmother, she was like, my mom never taught me how to take care of a man. And now this and that is happening in my marriage because I failed to do one, two, three. I don't want you to do the same mistake.
Okay, yes, you see something like that.
Me and my mom, we have those kind of conversations now.
Okay.
And it's impossible for her to now go back to be like, hey, sex is this and that.
It would be awkward, right?
It would be. But now it's like, well, it's
a different level. But let's take they actually did do that. Would you guys also like be open and like talk to them about your relationships or whatever life, your relationship lives and all of that? Would you guys be open?
It's really a foundation. Like, I think the problem is this, né? You didn't from the jump, like from an early onset, create a relationship whereby it's like a friendship.
Yeah.
Many of us, like, we fear our African parents.
Oh, true.
And so the problem with that is that later on, right, if ever I come into any problem, any glitch, it's going to be difficult for me to tell you that I'm actually facing this, right?
Yeah.
So, but now if you're going to change your approach from a very early onset and be more inviting, like be my parent, have that discipline, but also let me relate to you as a human being who wants to teach, you know.
True.
Then if that's the approach and I'm not afraid of you in that way, then definitely I'll be able to approach you, you know, with regards to just anything. Because I was thinking, you know, there's a lot about sex education which we really need to talk about. We don't know, like contraception, for example.
Yeah, those kind of things.
And all of that. So, yeah.
But then I
think
think that we still need the sex education even now, like, because the sex that you have now in your relationship that you did not stand before God, and the sex that you have when your parents know that you are married now, it will be a different one. You'll be staying with someone 24 hours and the next day and the next day and the next day. But now you're staying alone, maybe you get to see them at some time, but you don't know like the sex that is happening in like a marital situation. So I think that we still need that education about sex.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And also I think we need to not be afraid to go to our parents. Like we said, they didn't receive the education. Some parents also scared to talk to their children about it because they think maybe their kids will become more curious or whatever reason that it may be. So we also need to be more open. For me, I would just randomly maybe talk and be like, oh, I'm talking to this guy, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that, to see the reaction.
Testing the waters.
Test the waters. You also know your parents. You know your parents. Me, I don't know how many times I've tried bringing up like the issue of boyfriends with my mom, and then like maybe I'll be like, oh mom, my boyfriend did this and that, and then my mom be like, hey, remember me?
That's all.
You get what I mean? It's like she's not so dismissive to the idea. She knows that I'm dating. But also it's like she still wants this barrier for some weird reason. Between me and her. I don't know why. Because I'm telling you several times, I'll be like, oh ma, my boyfriend, and she's like, hey, remember I'm your mother.
That's
and
all.
It shouldn't be like that, because you find that many young people have problems in relationships, and they can't. The best people to go to are their parents, because you go to friends and
they'll give you their own advice.
They give you their own experts.
Exactly.
And especially these are friends who did not receive sex education from their parents,
and they don't even have experience like your parents.
Experts.
That's knowledge from like TV,
movie,
porn.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But I really wish that our parents could like be a little bit more open with us when it comes to these things, man. Because like we make a lot of mistakes now because we, like you're saying, we ask our friends and our friends are in the same level. They don't have more experience. Our parents have been around. They have to make their own mistakes. Exactly, you know. They feel like they can just tell us any kind of advice. I really feel like it would be nice if our parents were a little bit more involved when it came to these things. So do you guys know anyone that has actually gotten like the sex education from their parent? Maybe like, I know a lot of maybe like white homes, you see that they talk about contraceptions and all that, but do you guys know any people, like your friends or anyone that actually has gotten like the thing from their parents to say, my child, there's sex, there's injection for what, you know, prevent your, there's condoms and this. Did you guys actually, did you guys know anyone that actually had that kind of a teaching from their parent or their guardian or their...
I think my brothers actually got
Actually, on the guys video, I'll bring this up. I feel like in our home, I'll bring it up in the guys video.
Education for parents.
The guys, right? Because even with my brothers and my male cousins, like this whole thing is so chill. Like, oh guys, but the guys video is coming. I'll bring it up. So you guys don't know anyone, not your friends or anyone.
A friend of mine, which I went to high school with, like at a young age, she got all the information from her mother about contraceptives, that even she felt comfortable to go to her mother for help, like, oh, I want to start preventing now. And the mother was okay with that. Oh,
Black.
Wow. Yeah, black. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
She had a nice bond with her mother, so they could talk about
That's
things.
beautiful.
Oh, that's really
I
great.
want that with my children actually.
You know, I used to wonder there, like on this campus that I used to be on, like at home, I hardly ran across a pregnant white girl.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of pregnant black
Teenage
girls.
pregnancies,
And that
right.
doesn't mean that the white girls are not having sex. That they are all, abstaining. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
think it's maybe because our African
relations are
homes,
It's not just African. I have a Chinese friend. Like
the same thing, right?
Us. Like their parents, they don't like sit down.
Do you guys think maybe they think that
maybe
maybe like but they're going to be like promoting it? Like if I start
Yeah.
talking to you, it's like I'm just saying go and do it.
that's
But
the
I don't.
youngest.
You think so, right?
That's what they think, yeah.
But with Nicole, I want to know with your friend, since she got the education and stuff, like how is she now? Like was she able to actually apply what she was taught and everything?
Yeah, I think so.
So she's still taking good care of herself.
Yeah,
She doesn't
She
have.
doesn't have a baby.
No.
I know someone, but the thing is, with her, she has babies now. It's a friend of mine, so I don't know if I don't understand how she has two babies. She got the education, but
I think another thing, guys, is you know your child.
It depends on your
Like
own
you
personal
know your
choices.
child, exactly. Because for me, my mom's way of parenting, I guess, other people they can criticize it. For example, my mom could find me sitting outside with a guy, and like she wouldn't be like, hey, Lily, go back inside. She'd just be like, hello, and then go inside. You know, she would like honestly, my mom would let me sit outside up until like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. And it's not like I know that deep down inside she knew that I was dating the guy, and like she wouldn't be so, I don't know. And then other people, they'd probably be like, why is Toby letting the child do this? Why is she...
it's not
Like,
going
people can
well.
question her way of parenting, but it worked out with me because I turned out fine. Yeah. So it's just like, my mom always said that if a guy wants to visit or anything like that, you do it in the house. So I grew up thinking, okay, if a guy wants to visit me, they can come in the house. I mean, guys are scared to do that, so you know, okay, they have bad intentions already. But the people who would actually just come to the house and visit and
innocent, like
innocently, you know. So even now, I can't just be standing on the street with some random person, and you show respect enough to come to the home. And if you want to talk, you talk in the house in an environment that is safe for both me and the person.
Okay guys, we have a few more minutes remaining, but I want to also ask, like when it comes to the whole growing up thing, you know how girls are, like when we grow up a lot of things happen and we change and all that, and then we also need to know how to take care of ourselves when it comes to like hygiene, taking a bath, using raw art, brushing your teeth and all that. Well, you guys actually guided us to how to take care of yourself growing up. I mean, you know, your body changes, there's certain smells which you don't really like. So how did anyone like tell you, okay, this is a raw art, you apply it like this to avoid having, you know, smelly armpits, brush your teeth, you're a girl, make sure you always look good, smell good and all that. Your teachers, really?
My teachers,
my kids are gonna study in Swaziland.
I think for my home, there's just the standards on how you dress, how you smell. With you, obviously, if you don't brush, like, what? Because right now, if you go on the internet and you look maybe on like habit trackers and stuff, right? You find people put shower. I'm like, how do you put showering on your habit
It's actually
tracker?
supposed to be an everyday thing, like every time.
But it's not every home. I grew up with friends who only showered at night and not in the morning.
Okay.
So and there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone does it. There's nothing wrong with that. You do you, boo. I grew up in a home where we were forced to shower. You like forced to shower before going to church, you need. Of course, it's like you can't go to church without showering. Even if you showered in the morning, if you're going to church again, you have to shower. So it was there's just like a standard of how to smell, and don't buy deodorants and just stock them in the house. So you had no excuses to, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. And then you'd find people who don't have.
Okay, yeah, don't really have.
Yeah, I've seen people who don't have, but they still had a very nice and clean way to maintain themselves, you know, with showering, and even if they didn't have deodorant, they still try to, yeah.
But then the thing is that we always know how to like shower and everything and bath, but then the thing down there we don't know how to handle it. Like we don't know what to put and what not.
I mean,
and that is not
for example,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
For example, some of us, we don't know that when we are washing down there, we don't have to put
so all of that.
And the issue of soap.
Know.
Honestly, it went on again. Yeah, shout out to my career friends.
Teachers, hey, you people are fortunate. You people are fortunate. Exactly, and people, you know, and I think that, like, I don't remember getting an education about that too, because you know when you go to certificate, they sell all these vagina washes, gyna guard, and all these things, and you guys don't know that there's not supposed to be any kind of like fragrant soap or anything like that. Just water, guys, because that's what even causes the whole odor thing and stuff like that. So, but yeah, maybe one day I'll have video and I'll invite the girls again to talk about just that hygiene and all of that. So yeah. Come on, Brad. So yes, guys, that should be all. Actually, I had a lot of points, but I've spoken about them like as we were discussing.
Even shaving.
Yes.
That issue.
Yeah, guys, that
I
one.
used to take a mirror and put it in front of me, like so that I can see where I'm shaving.
Yeah.
Like I know
So that you cannot miss some spots and stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure that you guys shave
I
very well.
didn't
Take
even
good care
know
of
about
yourself.
shaving.
Nobody.
When I hit puberty and I started getting hair and stuff, the first thing I did was waxing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I didn't know how to use the shaving stick
razor and stuff.
No.
But they have different things now,
Different methods,
and I think it just
shaving
depends
creams.
on like a person, like what works for them, right, and what they feel like is more compatible. But just make sure you take. It's even laser now.
Book an appointment.
Yeah. Well, let me just check if we spoke about everything. But yes, guys, just make sure that you take good care of yourself. I think I will have a hygiene video again and just talk about like in detail. Yes, it's in the So yes, guys, that should be all, right? Did I miss anything? Do you guys want to say anything before we close? I think maybe closing remarks would be that let's try also to correct those mistakes which our parents made with our kids, and maybe not even because I don't have a kid right now, but maybe with my younger siblings, with my maybe I don't know, nieces and nephews. You know, I've actually done it with my sister. I've actually told her like a lot of things because I didn't get that from my parents, so at least now I'm able to pass it on to her. You guys too. So yeah, I called her, I sat her down, and I told her everything because I have a younger sister.
And if a 16-year-old is watching, there's no shame in asking about these things, guys.
Yes.
There's no shame if you want to know. If your parents won't talk to you about it, find your teacher. There has to be teachers in schools, guys.
Exactly, you know, or find an older cousin, someone like an older cousin or someone who you feel like is more compatible.
There's
Don't
no
be
shame in
scared.
wanting to know about sex. What is this thing? Because most of us, we go into these things not really knowing what they are. And then at the end of the day, we regret it. So guys, there's no shame.
Oh, one more question. Actually, it's part of my questions. What do you guys think that our parents, maybe society or religious entities can do to like help the young people to abstain today and not be able to, you know, be exposed to a bad lifestyle?
They should be open.
Yeah,
They
teach
need to be open
about that's what sex, and because you see that sex is made by God, right? And it's a good thing, but the way we were taught, I thought sex was horrible, and I asked myself, then why do adults do it? Yeah, exactly. Why do they have sex and then they tell us that don't have sex, it's bad, it's bad? No,
they actually made it seem like they're doing something wrong.
they need to teach us that sex is made by God, it's good, but you're supposed to have it under this circumstance and with this person, why you can't have it now, things like that. Not just don't have sex, hi book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything has its time. Not
Everything. Don't just
Yeah,
say
it's not a teaching tool. I think we can just summarize it like this.
Yeah.
It's not a teaching tool.
True.
Like,
That's why
trust
we.
the person, their mind, they can think and just engage them from that. Like, children are much more intelligent than we think, you know, than parents think, right? So let's not take them for granted.
Nowadays, the internet is just there.
The thing is that, you know, our parents, I think what is making them to hesitate in telling us is that they fear that, okay, whatever they're telling us, they won't change the way we take the things that they've taught us psychologically. Because, okay, we can get the same teaching and I take it away that, okay, they're giving me a permission to do whatever I want. And then she will take it as like they're telling her so that she can be aware of everything. So it's very tricky.
But a question to the parents: would you prefer your child learning from you or learning from the internet?
Or the internet.
Yeah,
that's true.
The internet hides nothing.
Alright guys, our time is up. Thank you guys so very much for joining me in this video. I'll probably have one of you guys come back again, even for the hygiene video, which I'm going to do. So yes guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. And also, I'm going to put up their Instagram handles. Please feel free to follow them on Instagram as well. So yeah, catch you guys in my next video. Bye!
Bye!